is a publishing myth that I want to break down. My name is Mary Kole with Good Story Company, and that publishing myth is if your book is good enough, it'll get published. Not necessarily. Publishing is not a meritocracy. Publishing isn't a participation trophy because you spent 5 years learning how to write a novel, writing one, querying it, right? Publication is not the guaranteed endpoint of all of that work. And yes, with fiction, especially with memoir, you have to do all of that work before you figure out if it went anywhere and if you will get the ultimate prize of that book deal, right? Great books get rejected all the time, and there are a few reasons. Market trends, they come and go, but they are a force. I would say don't pay complete attention to them, but sometimes you have to know that your submission is subject to the wills and whims of a marketplace and a zeitgeist that isn't necessarily receptive to that idea at that specific moment. Timing also falls into that. If there have been a ton of romantic comedies with a threesome or a reverse harem trope, you might be entering a crowded marketplace at that point. The good news is nothing is ever dead. You can always put something away, return to it later when the market conditions seem more friendly. Comps, right? Maybe a book kind of like yours came out last year and was a flop and publishers are now gun shy, right? None of this has anything to do with you, right? There's this myth. If your book is good enough, it'll be published. Not necessarily, because everything I'm talking about goes outside of the actual merit of your book. It could also be an issue of the larger cultural zeitgeist. For example, right now, as I record this, cozies are having a moment. Cozy fantasy, for example. We want the story to matter, but we don't want our stakes too high because everything outside is stressful. Well, if by some miracle the world chills out tomorrow, we might want that high stakes romantasy. And if you've poured 2 years into a cozy fantasy, you might find yourself on the outside of society, culture, whatever. But again, nothing ever is dead until you decide it's dead, unless you decide this is a manuscript that I use to learn how to write a novel, and that is totally valid. That is great. It might mean that that manuscript will not cross the finish line, but it is not just about that good enough book. And if you want to know what I have to say about a book that's good enough because a bunch of crap gets published, so why can't you publish my crap? I have another video for you too.